Exhibition.
I think that was as clear a look of what an exhibition is anything, especially when you look at our stat sheet and the minutes distribution and all that stuff. I was clearly trying to get the young guys as much opportunity to get their feet wet and get the nerves out as possible. I thought we did some good things, but we're far from where we're going to be. And obviously we did some things that we really need to work on immediately before Wednesday. So look forward to getting back to practice tomorrow.
What are some of those things you need to work on before Wednesday?
Rebounding. I think that kind of jumps out at you. We were down 4 at the half, finished -2, so did a little bit better in the second half. And obviously give credit to Rogers. They got a good team. They're pretty physical inside. But it was also a lot of us just not having the right mentality, the right focus on, making sure we're putting bodies on bodies when the shot goes up and chasing balls. And the other thing was post defense. I thought we stood behind and allowed the ball to get in there a little bit too easy, and then didn't give very much resistance except for when Caleb and York came over to block shots.
You mentioned the young guys. What did you think of the way Caleb had his debut tonight? I mean, he was all over the place, especially that second half.
Yeah, he was really active. It's what kind of watch kids when you recruit them and see where you think the things that they can do can translate. It's not just about athletic talent, but what do they do that can translate to the college game, and his activity around the basket. He's got a really good knack for the ball, both offensively and defensively. He's got really good footwork on the offensive end. He runs really well. He doesn't run consistently well yet, but that'll come as well.
Caleb mentioned how he was so nervous going into this exhibition game. Could you tell that from him at all?
Yeah, I think they all were. I sensed it a little bit yesterday in practice, and tried as much as I could to simulate as many things as we could. I mean, we literally walked through the national anthem. We practiced halftime. We practiced the opening tip. We just didn't have any people in the stands, so that dynamic was unavailable until this evening when today came. So I'm proud of how they responded to it, though. I thought, quite honestly, our younger guys played better in a lot of areas than our older guys. Diz obviously didn't find a rhythm with his jump shot. Yours in foul trouble, unfortunately, and Cam didn't rebound the ball very well. So having that depth kind of showed where we think we can grow.
When you took the younger guys out and played the 5 freshmen, what kind of were you talking to the older guys about during that moment?
I didn't talk to the older guys about anything. What we have now is an opportunity to teach some of those moments, right, through the bench. But we also have an opportunity to not lose, our ability to have success on the court. Those guys have shown that they can play if they had to, but they've been told, right, we're not just going to play guys just because they've been here. If you're not performing, there are options, and those guys that are sitting on the bench, they want to play too. They work hard. They come to practice every day with a good attitude, and when that number was called, they were ready.
What did you like out of Hitti? Showing off their jump shot a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, what everybody saw today is kind of some of the things I've been trying to allude to without being able to show you guys in real time. He's really skilled. He's got a really good feel just for the game. He knows how to space the floor. I mean, I think he scored a basket in just about every way a big kid can. He scored on the block. He made a pick and pop 3. He drove it, rebounded it. He's going to be a really good player for a long time here.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Mike, we unofficially started your 3rd year in Stillwater tonight. Can you talk about how much you've grown as a head coach here in that time, and how much of that carries over even to exhibition games like tonight?
I don't think about my personal growth per se. I will say this, when I coached this game 2 years ago, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just hoping it worked out. I was putting guys out there who would play hard and represent the school the right way. And now I have a little bit better feel on the flow of a game and when to call timeouts and how to substitute. But at the end of the day, it's still about putting the best guys out there to represent the school that are going to play hard and play unselfishly. Because ultimately we represent more than just ourselves and our families. We represent a great following of people in this state, our fan base, our alums, So all those things factor into why we play the way we do and why we feel like we're going to ultimately have success.
With all the young guys, Caleb kind of flown under the radar these last couple of weeks. Were you surprised with what he did tonight, or is this something you kind of saw coming?
No, I just haven't seen it consistently, which is why I haven't really highlighted it as much. He's shown flashes. He had some times this summer where he did what he did tonight, and you're like, man, he's got a chance to be special and put some weight on him, and who knows. But he just hasn't done it consistently yet. But the ability is obviously unquestionable, and he's going to have an opportunity to make an impact on our team because, again, now you take Yor out, you don't just lose a shot blocker, right? You have somebody else who can come in and block shots. You have somebody else who can come in and finish at the rim. And he moves his feet pretty well defensively as well. So I think those two guys will be able to give us a pretty good duo in there.
What do you think of Avery tonight? You had him on the floor at times with Isaac too, so what do you think of that?
Yeah, I was, again, just about everything was kind of by design. I played those 5 freshmen together early. We got a lead, wanted to just kind of give them a chance to go out there and maybe blow it, and try to respond and figure it out. But I also didn't want them to feel like they were totally abandoned. So playing the ice out there, kind of more of a common influence, and the dynamic of those two as different type of point guards as well. Ice is big, physical, downhill, gets into the paint, plays off 2 feet, can score through contact. Avery's more get around you in space and really make it hard on you to bring up the ball. So I thought he did well. His numbers show he was 6 assists to 1 turnover, which is, if he does that every night, right, I have a hard time taking him off the court. But there's still some decisions he needs to make a little bit better. He's got to continue to work on his jump shot.
They were out shooting you guys in the first half. Is that something you guys weren't doing defensively, or did they just make shots?
I mean, they made some tough shots. I'll give credit. Number 3, and again, it's hard this time of year, to be quite honest. You don't know as much about the guys. We try to get as much information as we can about them, but sometimes the kid jumps out there and it's after 3 shots that you figure out, man, we got to really guard him, and it may be too late like it was with him. I mean, he was making shots. I think he's still making them if he's out there. But he's a good player. So I give all the credit for that to them. I thought our defensive schemes were solid. Wasn't great. We got some areas to improve on, but they made some tough shots.
All the lobs, is that something you're doing more by design in practice this year, or is it just kind of coming as is?
Well, we got more athleticism around the basket, so I think it's kind of a byproduct of that. But I give credit to our staff. They work on those type of things in our individual workouts, and so our bigs are kind of expecting it now.
You mentioned depth. You obviously have some really talented freshmen as well as some other guys on that bench. How far, once we get into Wednesday night in real action, do you want to go down to that bench? Do you have a number, rotation-wise, that you're looking for, or is it obviously it's somewhat situational as well?
Yeah, not necessarily. I mean, as the year goes on, that'll probably happen more naturally. The rotation will probably shrink itself. But right now, we're still trying to figure out who we are, which combinations work well together. Does Ice and Avery together, is that really, really good, or is it better to have only one of them on the court at the same time? The one lineup I didn't get to try tonight was Caleb and Yor playing together. I don't know if either one of them necessarily comfortable not being the 5-man right now, but it's something that maybe over the next couple of weeks, if I have a chance, I'll maybe see if we can play some zone with them. And now we got a lot of length and a lot of rim protection at the basket. It just changes what we can do offensively more than anything. So I don't necessarily have an answer to when the rotation will get cut, but those things kind of take a little while.
Who would you put at the 4?
I would probably put Caleb there. He's got a little bit more ball skills. Although Yor thinks he can make jump shots now. He did make a 12-footer today. So, but neither one of them are really 3-point threats. So it's hard to space the floor with both of them on the court offensively. All right? And so that's really what the challenge is. Defensively, you really don't lose much. They both actually move pretty good for their size, and obviously it makes it really hard for teams to score inside on you if they're trying to drive it. But offensively, you just got to get a little bit more creative.
There aren't too many celebrities that find their way to Stillwater. Was it cool having Waka Flocka Flame? Of course,
yeah, I didn't even really know what was going on, and then somebody said he was on the board, and I said, "What's he doing here?" So yeah, it was cool, man. What is? Anybody know what he's doing?
He's got a
Concert.
Concerts now.
in Stillwater.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have y'all celebrated Chris's birthday today before the game?
I mean, yeah, we told him happy birthday. It's basketball season. You guys know I am about holidays. Unfortunately, my birthday's during basketball season too, so I haven't celebrated that one in about 25 years.